हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानश्चण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्रीशङ्कराचार्यस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।
नमस्ते महोदय। कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्याद् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कारन्न विद्यते।
The first line please.
यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्याद्
Okay.
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः.
Okay. And then second one is tasya karyam na vidyate.
तस्य आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कारन्न विद्यते.
It's not karan, karyam. Karyam means karyam, not karan, karyam.
Okay.
Okay.
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते.
Yeah.
श्रीमती भगिनी।
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, next.
Naiva tasya कृतेनार्थः न कृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
Good.
Thank you.
उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी।
Yes, ma'am. तस्मात् सक्तः सततं कार्यकर्म समाचर.
Just one second. Tasmad asaktah satatam karyam karma samachara. Asaktah means without attachment. Tasmad, therefore. Tasmad asaktah satatam karyam karma samachara.
तस्माद् असक्तं सततं कार्यकर्म समाचर.
No, tasmad asaktam. Tasmad asaktas satatam karyam karma samachara.
तस्माद् असक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर. तस्माद् असक्तः सततं कार्यकर्म समाचर.
Go ahead.
असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः. असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः.
श्रीलक्ष्मी हेच्चार् भगिनी।
Namaste Mahodaya. Same this one I should say.
Kanchana Behini is there?
Yes Mahodaya.
Tasmadasakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyacharan karma paramapnoti purushah.
Okay. Next.
Sorry, Anupama Bhatt भगिनी।
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि.
I was out of this thing, there was a outage again. Can you repeat again, please, this shloka?
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि.
Good. So we'll go to the next shloka today. Yeah.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
Yes.
Yeah. Yat yat
Yad 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 yad
acharati
acharati acharati
yad 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 yada. I think there was something missing in the yad yad yacharati shteshtah something. Just hold on.
Okay.
Yad yadacharati shteshtah
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः
tat
तत्तद् तत्तद्
eva
देव
Deva. Why I split it was I thought you will get confused with Deva. So I wanted to
Okay.
specifically say it's not Deva. Tattat Yeva.
येव ओके येव येव
Tattadeva.
तत्तदेव तत्तदेव
Taraha.
तरः
Taraha.
Huh?
I want to tell you this is three different words combined together. Tattat Yeva Itaraha.
Okay, sir. So itaraha, I should say.
Itaraha. Itaraha means others.
Okay, sir. Itaraha, itaraha,
Tattadevataro Janaha.
tattadevetaro janah, tattadevotaro janah.
Tat eva itaraha janaha. So it is tat eva itaraha. Four words combined together.
Okay, sir.
Tattadevetaro. And it is not to be confused with deva here. It is eva. Eva means only. So that's the reason I thought I should split it here. Otherwise, we may confuse ourselves with deva.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yadyadacharati shreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha.
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः.
Next.
Sugam Bhagini.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Sayat pramanam kurute.
Sayat pramanam kurute. Sayat pramanam kurute.
Once again.
Sayat pramanam kurute.
Next word also is three different words. Lokaha tadu anuvartade. Tadu anuvartade. Lokas tadanuvartade. Okay. Lokaha tadu anuvartade. Lokas tadanuvartade.
Logastadanuvartade. Logastadanuvartade.
Sayat pramanam kurute. Lokastadanuvartate.
Sayat pramanam kurute. Logastadanuvartade. Sayat pramanam kurute. Logastadanuvartade.
Am I audible?
Yes, Mahoday.
There was a disconnect again, right?
Yeah, for a
second.
Leena Mehuldama Bhagini.
Yes, Bhagini.
Yadyadacharati shreshtaha तत्तदेवेतरो जनः
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः.
Next.
ज्योतिर्मयी भगिनी.
स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते
स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Next.
साई लक्ष्मी भगिनी.
First line 2 times.
ओके नमस्ते मम. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः.
Next.
वीणा फानिश्री भगिनी.
Second line 2 times.
Yes, sir. स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
You can Anuswara rule, you can say Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadanuvartate instead of im, you can say ing also. Okay? Yeah, next.
मृणालिनी गोपालन भगिनी.
The 2 lines slowly once.
अस्तु सर. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवोतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Next.
काश्मीरा भगिनी.
The 2 lines. The 2 lines once slowly.
यद्यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Next.
गुरुमूर्ति महोदय.
Both the lines once slowly.
यताचरति श्रेष्ठः तद्देवेतरो जनः
तदेवेतरो जनः
तदेवेतरो जनः यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Next.
विजयलक्ष्मी आर भगिनी.
2 lines once slowly.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Good. One more person.
लक्ष्मी बीवी भगिनी.
यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Good. So now we'll go to the meaning of this. The previous shloka we talked about Janaka. So Janaka was a Raja Rishi and he was already a kind of enlightened person, but still Loka Sangrahameva api, for the purpose of taking care of his own people and ensuring that they were able to follow a dharmic life, he was doing the responsibility of a king. Though he, as an individual, he is already an elevated soul. So people like Janaka are all Shrestha people. Shrestha means people who are having a very high level of integrity, noble people, the wonderful understanding. They know how to deal with people. They know what is right, what is wrong. Dharmic, the highly dharmic people, they know the responsibility. So they are Shrestha Purushas, the best people. So Janaka, if he had wanted, because he is already an enlightened person, he could have just given up everything and he could have just been contemplating on the self. But he had not done that. He had ensured that he is going to be there in the kingdom and he was able to take care of all his people and ensure that the entire Mithila and all the adjoining, whichever country he was, Rashtra he was looking after, he wanted to ensure that the people were all properly brought up, properly cultured, properly supported, and then that is what he was doing as a Raja Rishi. So now the Lord Krishna goes next sloka, Yadu Yadu Acharati Shreshtaha. Shreshtaha means such kind of noble people. Okay. Whatever these noble people Acharati, they follow. Yadu Yadu. Whatever these noble people follow, Tatu Tatu. The same thing. Eva. Only Itaraha Janaha Acharati. Other people will start following. So if they feel that Janaka is a person whom they feel is a real leader, whom they have to emulate, Yat yad acharati Janaka, tat tad Mithila Nagarvasi acharati. So whatever Janaka is doing as a Shrestha Purusha, Mithila people also will follow that. So you have this kind of a cult, like kind of, I will not say cult, it's a very wrong word. A Shrestha Purusha, if he has got a very large number of people following him, then whatever that person does, others want to do that. Like for example, in the 1930s or 40s, Hitler had come out with a book, Mein Kampf. That was one book he came and he talked about the need for eradicating the entire Jews. Then the entire people who were accepting Hitler, they all immediately started following whatever Hitler was telling. So you have a very big person and there are a lot of following. Whatever he says or whatever he does, there is going to be people who are going to follow. So a Shrestha Purusha like say Janaka, who is an embodiment of Dharma, who is a very good king with a lot of value system, whatever he does, the way he talks, the way he does Ajya Paripalanam, the way he does the services, everything is being followed by the people because Itaraha Janaha Tattadeva Acharati. Other people, they only want to follow whatever the Shrestha Purushas are doing. Okay, sa yat pramanam kurute. Saha means in this particular the Shrestha Purusha. Yat pramanam kurute. Whatever they stand for. Okay, whatever they set as standards, lokaha tadu anuvartate. The people will start following that. So whatever standards is set by this person, they will all follow that. So what he is telling now is that just because you are an elevated soul, don't think that you can run away. Even people who are able to become enlightened people, they have a responsibility of other people also because there is lot of following and the way they do things, the Acharati Shrestha, the same thing everybody else is following. So you have to understand that a leader has got a responsibility of setting up some standards of everything, standards of his actions, standard of his talking, standard of his thought process, standard of his deliverance, duty, responsibilities. He sets a very high standards. Once he sets a very high standards, everybody is following him because he is a leader. Then everybody must follow. So it is not necessarily for a leader. When you have some people who are following you, for example, in the house, when the child is born, the child looks at the parents in terms of everything. They learn from their parents only. So the parents have to set a proper example for the child to learn. So everybody has the responsibility that they need to behave properly so that the child follows the parents, father and mother, and it will be able to follow. If there is going to be a lot of quarrel in the family, and then there is an absolutely different way of behavior in the family, then the value system of the child also gets affected. The other important thing is that there are a lot of families wherein they do the Upanayanam in a very grand manner. Okay. Very grand manner. Upanayanam means some of the samskaras that we have. But if the father does not even do Sandhya Vandanam and then he does a Upanayanam and then tells his son, you please do this, he will not follow this. Because if you want people to follow, you have to set an example. You have to be the person who is setting the standards and people will try to emulate you. And we have the responsibility that these Shrestha Purushas will set the example for other people to follow. So in that particular perspective, he is telling Arjuna that you are also one of the Shrestha Purushas. You are a leader. You are a leader for the Pandava army. You have got a wonderful reputation among your people. So whatever you do now is going to be followed by your people. Now if the people feel that Arjuna is standing up for Dharma and is fighting the war for supporting the Dharma's cause, everybody will follow. Or if you start now, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to Rishikesh, and then he takes his horse and goes to Rishikesh, everybody will also go to Rishikesh. He'll sit in one tent, all of them will put a tent and sit there. Okay, so he says that you as a Shrestha Purusha, you got responsibility because everybody is going to follow. That means the understanding is that each one of us have got responsibility, that we need to set standards because there are some people who follow us also. Maybe our children, maybe our grandchildren, maybe our friends, a lot of people. Or if you are going to be a boss in an organization, you have to set some standards in terms of how you are behaving, what kinds of ethics you follow, what kind of values you follow, because whatever is being done by that is going to be followed by other people. So this is another big learning for all of us. Yadi yadi acharati shrestah tadi tadi eva itarah janah acharati. Saha yat prabhanam kurte lokah tat anuvartate. They just follow. If they are going to follow Mase Tung, then they'll only start following the Red Book of China, and then they'll only think that that is the right kind of thing that they need to do. There was when Buddhism came into India, everybody was following Ashoka, and Ashoka was following Buddhism. The entire crowd started following Buddhism. So the thing is that as a leader, one has got a very big responsibility because there's a lot of followers, and most of the followers do not want to exercise their mind. If somebody is going to sit themselves and then think about right and wrong and take action, there's no problem. But the general tendency of the people is they find somebody as a figurehead or a person to emulate and then simply follow like a herd. So he is telling that you have being a Shrestha Purusha, please ensure that you set up high standards because everybody is going to follow whatever you are doing. So you cannot run away. You have to do the Niyatam Guru Karmatvam. You have to deliver the job. The other thing is that you do it with a Karma Yoga attitude because Karma Yoga attitude is going to provide you with the Antakarana Chutti. Antakarana Chutti is required in terms of gaining knowledge. So he is now slowly from Janaka, he is telling him, not only Janaka, even you have to be a Shrestha Purusha. Okay, then now he see how he is going to migrate now. Next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya. Srilakshmi HR Bagini.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्.
त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bagini.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Nanavaptam.
Nanavaptam. Nanavaptam.
Avaptavyam.
Avaptavyam. Avaptavyam.
Nanavaptamavaptavyam.
Nanavaptamavaptavyam. Nanavaptamavaptavyam.
Vartayeva cha karmani.
Vartayeva cha karmani. Vartayeva cha karmani.
Nanavaptamavaptavyam. Vartayeva cha karmani.
Nanavaptamavaptavyam. Vartayeva cha karmani. Nanavaptamavaptavyam. Vartayeva cha karmani.
Yeva or yeve? Yeva cha karmani. Right? Okay. Next.
Sugam Bagini.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्. त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
Next.
Srimati Bagini.
नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Next.
Jyotirmayi Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
ओके महोदय. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Good. Next.
Banu Rekha Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन.
Good.
Sai
Next.
Lakshmi Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
नानवाप्तमवाप्यव्यं नर्त एव च कर्मणि. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
Both the lines once.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Both the lines.
आम् आम्. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Next.
Leena Mehul Dama Bhagini.
Both the lines.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं कर्त एव च कर्मणि वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Good person.
Gurumurthy Mahodaya.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Okay. Next. One more person.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन. नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
Now we'll go to the meaning of this shloka. So slowly he was building. He was talking about Janaka, then he was talking about Shrestha. Now he has come to himself. He said, Partha, that is Arjuna, Trishu Lokeshu, in all the three worlds, okay, for three worlds in the entire universe, me kartavyam asti kinchana. That is, me kartavyam, for me to do, na asti kinchana, even small, nothing is there for me to do. He says that, Partha, for me, in all the three worlds, there is nothing to be performed. Because he is the creator, he is the God. He doesn't have to do anything. So he says that I have got nothing to do in all the three worlds. Na anavaptavyam. Okay, there's nothing that I have not been able to achieve in my life. So I've been able to achieve so far in life. And avaptavyam. there's nothing that I need to also still achieve in my life. So whether whatever I achieved, everything I have, even in the future also I have nothing that I need to achieve. Okay, then still I am engaged in action. He is now Lord Krishna says, I don't have to do any action in the entire the entire universe. Name parthasti kartavyam sushilokoj kinchana name asti me asti me kinchana kartavyam na asti partha. In Trishu Lokeshu, I have nothing to do in the three worlds. Whatever, there's nothing that I have not achieved or nothing that I need to achieve, but still I am engaged in action. That's what he is telling. And here he is telling Partha. Partha means, it is his cousin, no? Krishna and Arjuna are cousin, so he is addressing him as a cousin. So that, he's talking to him as though he's very, very close with him. But he has told that Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana means in the three worlds I have nothing to achieve. Which means that he is indicating to Arjuna that I am your cousin, but I am also God. But Arjuna thinks he is still not caught up. He has still not understood that he is Lord Krishna. He knows that Krishna is a Shreta Purusha. He knows that Krishna is much more smarter than him. But even now he does not know that Krishna is the Ishvara. He does not know. But he thought, okay, I don't have to do anything anywhere. That's what he's telling. That's the way Arjuna is thinking about it. But here the God says, I have nothing to do, but still I am engaged in karma, which means that inaction is not acceptable. Even an elevated soul, if they are available, they are supposed to ensure that they are going to be in action so that they are going to help everybody in the humanity to be properly taken care of and supported and led. So this is the first indication he has given that I have nothing to do in the three world. Still, I am engaged in action. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. Kinchana means nothing, even little I don't have. Nanavaptamavaptavyam vartayeva cha karmani. So he has told that. Now what does he say? Just see. Next.
Sai Lakshmi Bagini.
Yadi hyaham navarteyam.
यदि ह्यावं न वर्तेयं यदि ह्याहं न वर्तेयं.
Primarily it is two words, he and aham. He means therefore, not therefore. He means Tamil ஏனெனில் சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, what is that ஏனெனில், but or something, he aham hyaham. Okay, he aham is, if you see the English word for that, yadi hyaham navateyam jatu tishtate. Because is the right word for he aham. Okay, hyaham. Yadi hyaham navarteyam.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं.
जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः.
जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः. जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः.
तन्द्रितः.
कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः. कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः. यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः. कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः.
Okay, next.
Anupama Bhat Bagini.
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते.
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते
मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः.
मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः.
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Okay, next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः
Okay. He's not there. Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
यदि
यदि
yeah, go ahead.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः
Good, next.
Sugam Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः
Okay, next.
Vijayalakshmi R Bhagini.
The first line 2 times.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्त्रितः यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्त्रितः
Good, next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
यदि वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मानुष्यः पार्थ सर्वशः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मानुष्यः पार्थ सर्वशः
Yes, Manushya Partha, not Manushya. Manushya Partha Sarvashah.
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Good, next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
The 2 lines slowly once.
Yes, sir. यदि ह्ययन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Good, next.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Next.
Thank you.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Both the lines once.
यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Both lines once.
आम् यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः
Next, one more person.
Jyotirmayi Bhagini.
यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्तामनुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः
Second line slowly once.
Sri Lakshmi
यदि
Prasad Bhagini.
Second line slowly once.
Okay. Mama vartanuvartante manushya.
Mama vartmanuvartante.
Mama vartmanuvartante manushya partha sarvasaha.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi HR Bagini.
Both the lines once.
Yes, sir. यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः.
One more person.
Gurumurthy Mahodaya.
Yes, ma'am. Yadi hehanna varteyam jadu karmanya tandritaha mama vartmanu vartande manushya partha sarvashaha.
We'll go to the meaning of the shloka. In the earlier shloka, he was hinting that in all the three worlds, he does not have anything to do. He has got nothing that he has not accomplished so far, nothing he has got to gain also in the future, but still he is engaged in action. That's what he said, Lord Krishna. And then he says, continuing to that, Yadi hi aham na varteyam jatu karmanya tandridaha. Jatu means at any point in time. Karmanya atindriya means in case I am not attentive in the work that I do or I am lazy at any point in time. Jatu karmanya tandridaha. Yadi, it happens. And I am not aham na varteyam. I am not engaged in doing a proper karma or being lazy. Then what happens? Mama vartmanu vartante manushyaha. People will all be watching me. Not only from Dwaraka, his own people, but Arjuna is also watching him. The entire Dhritarashtra's family is all watching Lord Krishna because they all keep him in high esteem. So everybody is watching Lord Krishna. Okay. So he says that when I don't do anything, even for a small time, or don't do things in a very right manner, then what happens that everybody will say that Krishna is like this, and then we can also be like that. So they all will take things for granted. Because he has taken a Manushya Rupa, he feels that he cannot make people who are all following him and having a very high respect of him get any kind of an indication that they can also be lazy, they can also be careless, they can also be not taking responsibility. So he doesn't want them to have that kind of a thing. So he says that if I was that, even people also will be starting to follow like what Krishna is lazy, he's just sleeping, let me also sleep. Krishna is not coming for the war, it's okay. So he says that I am not like that. I am always engaged. When right from a child, I have been fighting demons. I killed lot of demons. Then I had to fight with my uncle Kamsal. Then I had to do the Kalinganardanam. Then I had to hold the Giridhara. I had to hold the mountain for the sake of everybody. Then I went to Dwaraka. I was trying to be in Dwaraka with Balarama. Then you came all the way. Then you wanted to have a fight with your cousins. Then you told me to come and do the messenger's job. I did the messenger's job for you. That also did not happen. Then you told me I have to be a chariot. I am also becoming a chariot now. I don't even bother whether it is in line with my capability or not. You told me sit as a charioteer. I am sitting as a charioteer. I am in the first line of fire. Any arrow has to come first hit me only. You are only behind me. Still, I have taken the responsibility of sitting in your chariot and coming. Now you have told me that you please give me some teaching. I am doing it also. So he says that right from the time I was born, I am only in action. The earlier shloka, he has hinted that he is the Trishu Lokeshu. He is the person, God of all the three worlds, which I don't think Arjuna really caught up with that. Now he says that I could have been, right from childhood, I am in action. Because if I don't do action, things will not be under control. That is the indirect meaning he is giving. Yadi hayam na varteyam jatu karman yatindriya mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaka. People will all start following. Oh, this is what Krishna is lazy, I am also lazy. They will not look at 90% of what good things Krishna has done. They'll only look at 10% of whatever mistake he has done and say, this fellow has not done that way, so I am not doing. So that is the kind of tendency of human beings. They will not look at 95% of very good things that people have. They'll only catch up this 5% and take that as an example. Even children are also capable like that, They'll only take those 5% example and say, you were also watching TV. No, that's what they'll say, but they will not look at many of the other things. So what Lord Krishna is now telling is that, though I don't have any responsibility, though I don't have anything to be gained, though I have everything. Apuryamanam, he says, Apuryamanam achalam. For him, everything is full. Nothing he can gain. When the rivers flow into the sea, also, the sea is not gaining anything. It is Apuryamanam. For Krishna also is Apuryamanam. He is absolutely full. Nothing that he has got to get in this world. But still, he says, I am engaged because Mama Vartmana Vartante Manushyaha. Whatever I do, only these people are following. So I cannot be just telling that I will not be doing things. So he's telling that though he is the Paramatma, he is the Ishvara, he has known what he is, and he is not doing for the sake of himself. He is not even a Karma Yogi, he is already a Jnani. Karma Yogi is only trying to become uh, Antakarma Shuddhi ke liye they do Karma Yogi, but he is not even a Karma Yogi. He is already a Jnani. He has got nothing to do, but he has been doing everything. So he says that please ensure that you cannot just run away from responsibilities. It is always better to be a karma yogi and be in the world so that you can help people rather than being contemplating oneself only sitting as a sannyasi. That is also indirect meaning that he is giving, and he is now extolling, he is now praising karma yoga that you need to be like that. You have to gain that and be a person who can not only bother about your own Om Shanti, 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 and Atmanya, Atma. You can do that as a sannyasi. But he says this is what is more important. Karma yogi is more important. So try to be a karma yogi. Don't run away. So this is, he is now, first of all, he started giving examples of Sreshta Purushas and all. He talked about Janaka, then he has also told about his own example. Then what does he say? Yadi Haham na varteyam. He says, if in case I am not engaged in any kind of activity and I become lazy, what will happen? He is telling in the next shloka.
Lakshmi Devi Bhagini.
Yes, Bhagini.
Utsideyuribe lokaha.
Utsideyurime lokaha. Utsideyurime lokaha.
Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Na kuryam karma chedaham. Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Utsideyurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Utsideyurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham. Utsideyurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Good. Next.
Sugam Bhagini.
Sankarasya kartasyam.
Sangarasya cha kartasyam. Sangarasya cha kartasyam.
Upahanyami ma prajaha.
Ubahanyami ma prajaha. Ubahanyami ma prajaha.
Sankarasya kartasyam. Upahanyami ma prajaha.
Sangarasya cha kartasyam. Ubahanyami ma prajaha. Sangarasya cha kartasyam. Ubahanyami ma prajaha.
Good. Next.
Veena Vani Shri Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
Utsideyuribe lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Utsideyurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham. Utsideyurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham.
Good. Next.
Leena Mehuldama Bhagini.
Sankarasya kartasyam. Upahanyami ma prajaha.
Sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyami mam prajaha. Sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyami mam prajaha.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bagini.
First line 2 times.
उत्सीदेयुर्मे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् उत्सीदेयुर्मे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्.
Good. Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bagini.
Second line 2 times.
शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः.
Good. Next.
Banu Rekha Bagini.
Both lines,
First
sir.
line 2 times.
उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम्.
Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bagini.
Second line 2 times.
शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः.
You should not stop at that place. You should stop at Sankarasya cha karta syam upahanyami ma prajaha.
शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः. शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः.
Good. Next.
Vijayalakshmi R Bagini.
Both the lines slowly once.
उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bagini.
Both the lines once.
Yes, sir. उत्सीदेयुर्मे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः.
Very good. Next.
Gurumurthy Mahodaya.
Yes, ma'am.
Both the lines once.
उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् सङ्गरस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः.
So now he says what kind of you should say ima prajaha. Upahanyam ima prajaha. Okay. Yeah. In this shloka, what Bhagavan says is that Utsideyuhu ime lokaha. Ime lokaha means these people, he is telling everybody, Utsideyuhu, they will all perish. When they will perish, aham na kuryam karma. In case I do not do anything, I am just not at all in action, then all these people will perish. Okay, Utsideyuhu ime lokaha. Nakuryam karma ched aham. In case I am not going to be engaged in my actions, all these people will perish. And then if they all perish, then what happens? Sankarasya cha karta syam. I become the person responsible for creating confusion. Sankarasya cha karta. I am the responsible person creating confusion in these minds of people. And also, upahanyam ima praja. Upahanyam ima praja means I myself will be responsible for destruction of these people. So, though I am a God, I am now in this, when I am now in this responsibility, he is not telling that he is God. He says that now as a role that I am playing, in case I am not doing any action, I will be these people will perish in case I don't do any action. And I will be responsible for creating confusion for these people because they do not know what is right, what is not right, what they have to do, what they are not supposed to do. Because they are looking at me as a leader. Then upahanyami ma prajaha, for all these people, I become responsible for destroying them. So look at the kind of responsibility he's taking. He says that at that particular level, when there is everybody looking upon to somebody that he is going to be the person who is going to help me out of this thing, then he also has to ensure that he does not create confusion. He says that I take the responsibility. So though I have got nothing to gain by doing work or not doing anything, still I am having responsibility. Otherwise, everybody will perish, and I'll be the person who is responsible for creating confusion, and I am the person responsible for the destruction of my own people. Look at the level of thinking Lord Krishna has got, and he's telling Arjuna. He says that you are also a leader now. So you also have to take the responsibility because all your people are looking at you. So you cannot say that I will not take an action. So a karma yoga means what? Karma yoga is niyatam kuru karmatvam. Whatever is responsible for you, whatever is expected out of you in terms of situation that it warrants, you are supposed to act. Only thing is that you act it in the right sense, right way, the way you are supposed to act. Do not lay emphasis on the results of action. Results of action is not in your hand. And have a buddhi in terms of accepting the results. Pala, whatever comes, you accept them as a prasada. That you continue to cultivate that kind of a prasada buddhi and the karma yoga as an attitude rather than karma for getting return. Like raga dvesha should not drive your karma. Karma should be driven by what you are supposed to do. And then when you don't look at it from the perspective of what you are supposed to get in return for that and accept everything, then it is a karma yoga. Karma yoga will only make you antakarna chutti. Antakarna chutti is primarily important so that jnana can come in, which is going to provide you with liberation. Then, even when you got liberated, it is essential that you need to take responsibility in terms of taking care of everybody. Lord Vishnu, after creating the entire world, he cannot just simply sitting tight. Next chapter, he will be talking about that why he has taken a avatara. He says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttana madharmasya tadatmanam sujamyam. He'll say, that time I'll come back. I'll not be sitting beautiful, sleeping on the Adisesha and then relaxing. No, when there things are going to fall, I'll come back. So similarly here also, when things are required to be acted upon and you have the responsibility for acting upon, you have to act. Only the attitude of acting has got to be different. That is the message he is passing on in this sloka, and he is standing by example. He is a person who is leading by example, not standing by example. Lord Krishna is leading by example. And he says that everybody as a Shrestha Purusha should lead by example. Every one of us who are Karma Yoga people should also lead by example. People should look at us and learn. Maybe in the house, maybe in the public, maybe in our organizations, maybe anywhere. We have to set example of how to behave so that the community at large can understand, oh, look at the way these people are, look at the kind of dedication, look at the kind of service they do. So that is very, very important in terms of everybody. When they have a follower, they become a Shrestha Purusha. Shrestha Purushas have got responsibility in terms of how they set standards, how they behave themselves. So that is what Lord Krishna has now told in this one. And slowly he moved, and then he is talking about himself itself in the last three slokas. So we'll conclude with this particular sloka. I'll chant these four slokas that we did today. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेव विशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्।